We explored the labyrinth, one chamber at a time. Most were filled with the crumbling remains of what might have been libraries or study rooms. Scrolls stacked high, wooden furniture long rotted through. The air was heavy with moisture, and sadly, the scrolls didn't survive it. Many disintegrated the moment I touched them, turning to paste between my fingers. Room after room, nothing. Until we found one that was completely empty. No shelves, no chairs, no books. Just a single pedestal carved directly from the stone floor, standing in the exact center of the chamber. On the wall behind it, a mural, etched and stained by time. I stared at it for a long moment, before sighing and turning to Quinn. "You better draw this. My sketches wouldn't do it justice." Quinn grinned, already pulling out his supplies. He was surprisingly gifted at it. If he weren't a scholar, I could imagine him a map maker. While he worked, I examined the pedestal more closely. Why was it the only thing here? What had it once held? I was lost in thought when I felt a tap on my shoulder. Quinn stood beside me, his face serious. He pressed a feathered finger to his beak and pointed toward the door. I strained my ears, then heard it too. Metal on stone, like armor. I moved cautiously to the doorway and peered out. There, just down the corridor, was a small ghost, barely waist high, its translucent form shimmering softly in the gloom. It wore tiny ancient armor and was methodically picking up objects from the ruined rooms. A key, a small bottle, something that looked like a lens, even a scroll. Where did it come from? Before I could think of an answer, it turned toward our chamber. We blew out our torches. I crouched with Quinn in the corner, heart pounding. There was nowhere to hide, only shadow and stillness. The ghost glow grew brighter as it entered the room, but it didn't seem to notice us. It hurried over to the pedestal and hopped onto it. The moment it did, the pedestal sank with a deep, grinding sound. On the back wall, something stirred. First faint, then swirling. A light blue glow appeared, pulsing, intensifying, shifting into a deep blue spiral. A portal. I'd heard stories on Sorva of portals forming in areas dense with Luxia, raw magic condensed by time or ritual. But here, in an abandoned ruin, had the ghost summoned it? Or had it always been here, waiting? Before I could think twice, the ghost leapt into the portal. Without hesitation, I grabbed Quinn's hand. "Run!" We bolted for the pedestal and dove in after the ghost. As we passed through, reality seemed to split open. I saw visions, images flickering like dreams. The jungle, its canopy blowing in the storm. The Anavian city, where I was once jailed. The coast, where I first arrived. 1,000 moments, frozen in lightning flashes. Past, present, something else. Then, we landed, hard, on cold stone. Quinn groaned beside me, panting, his wide eyes filled with confusion. Maybe he didn't know about portals. That would explain the look of wonder and fear. I looked up. The ghost was there, sitting atop a pile of trinkets, books, amulets, cracked lenses, feathers, coins, treasures from all ages. And then I saw it. Half buried in the pile was a gorilla-shaped gem. I could tell it was a deep crimson color from here. Then I remembered the passage I had read in the jail. It mentioned a beast. Maybe a gorilla was the guardian it spoke of. Could this be the stone? The key? The MonGoGo? My breath caught, but before I could move, the ghost turned. He saw us.